it made no sense for him to try to get who I'm trying to get, or for him to even for him to feel like he had to sabotage me. For what? For what? For what?
Boy, are you good?
Before we get into today's story time, we now have more lore added to the channel. You guys see the Hino Ishi beanie. This is not merch. I just ordered it from I ordered it because I wanted to wear it in my videos. So as you guys see, we got the Hino Ishi. Yes sir, yes sir. So I will now be wearing these in all my videos, or videos that I don't forget to wear them in. Alright y'all, today is a different type of video. It is a story time. I don't want to hold you guys hostage. I want y'all to hear what I gotta say. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Prince Beckett. Boy, good. And let's go get into the story time. Today's story time is about the time I had a friend block my game. Now, when I say block my game, I mean, you know when people block, obviously I don't want to say the word, when they block you when you're trying to mac to a girl. So I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give y'all some context before I talk about the main situation. This all happened in middle school, all the way to like the last couple, like 2 years ago. But here we go. So for most of y'all know, when I growing up, I was super duper heavy set. Especially like when I was younger, bro. Like it was crazy. So I was very, 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 very insecure about myself. A lot of times, I would still shoot my shot at girls, but over and over and over. But I was constantly getting rejected to the point where I was just like, I would be surprised when a girl I like actually liked me back. So fast forward. This is still some context. I'm sorry, y'all. It's my first time getting back to a story time, so I gotta really get myself, shake and bake. But so number one, I was super insecure as a kid, and if a girl liked me, I was very, very, very surprised. And to me, that was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Number two, I went to my elementary school into the 5th grade. I went to a private school for like 8 months. I went to private school pretty much all 5th grade, and then the beginning of 6th grade I went to middle school. But the middle school was the school that everyone I knew from elementary school went to. The middle school was like 2 minutes away from my elementary school, so it wasn't like I didn't know anybody. But the reason why I'm coming in late is because I did go to private school for 1 year. Now that you guys got the context, insecure, I knew everybody. I knew most of everybody. I went to private school and I came back to the neighboring school the year later. So I wasn't really new. Y'all get what I mean. So now here we go. So this girl, I liked her a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I really did wish I had a phone back then so I could have kept up with her throughout the years, and you guys will know why I'm saying that in a few moments. So here we go. I'm new to the school, and my first period was a math class. So everyone had seats taken. I'm walking in there. Yo, Emanuel, I haven't seen you since last year. Like, where did you go? All that stuff, catching up with everybody. And he's like, you can sit right here. It's in the front row. But I'm like, I've never seen that girl before, but obviously, when you find a girl attractive, you geeking if they telling you sitting by her. You there like, oh, okay, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So I go and I sit by her. We chatted up. Obviously, we're partners for like the rest of the year, so we're getting to know each other. But it was like, how when someone's your friend, but you can also tell that you're low-key in that zone, like not in the friend zone, but you low-key in the zone. So, months go by, me and her chilling, we talking, we laughing, we having a good time. I'm having a good time, she having a good time, etc. Next thing you know, right? Boom, boom, boom. I had a friend friend. He was actually the brother of my best friend. It's this one girl I was best friends with since like the first grade. Dang, I knew her for that long. Since the first grade, bro. I was best friends with this one girl since the first grade, bro. And her older brother was also with us. So one day we're at PE class, and remember I told y'all it's been months now of me and her just chilling, having fun, you know. Even though we only had each other in math class. Hey, shout out J. Cole. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Even though I had her in math class, it's the fact that it was like, you know, every time I was like, I'm gonna go further into it after. Like I said, I'm sorry y'all if the story time sounds weird, but just sit down and relax. So, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I had her in PE too. That's how this happened. So we're in PE class months later, you know. I'm just playing the field. That's all I really knew how to do. If you told me to ask out a girl when I was young, I would freeze up literally in front of her and like look stupid. So months go by, and then boom, we're in PE. And y'all know how when you're younger, I don't know how it is for this new generation, but at least for my generation, like if you went to middle school in the 2010s all the way to like the 90s, I'm quite sure they did the same garbage. You know how on certain days, for us it was a Wednesday, they would make you like read books and you couldn't play. And like what's the point of being in PE if I can't play? So that was the day we weren't doing nothing. So they had the boys and the girls. We were sitting inside of the weightlifting facility, which you can only use if you were 13. So unless you were in the 8th grade, you weren't using that. So we're in there. It's bikes and everything. We're all bored. We got done reading. Our teacher, she did some lecture, and then she let us just talk for the rest of the time. So you know, we got the group of dudes talking, a group of girls talking, and then you got the ones trying to mat game, mixing up together like in the middle. So I'm over here talking to my friends, obviously, because I'm nervous. I wanted to talk to her, but I wasn't because I was nervous. Next thing you know, I look in the corner and I see the dude. I almost said his name. I see him over there talking to her, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, why she looking at me? So he legit in her ear like this, whispering. He's whispering in her ear like this while looking at me with a smirk. And then she looking at me upset. Whatever he said, when he was done talking, he started laughing. And then she looked at me mad and walked away. I tried to ask her what was wrong. She wouldn't want to talk to me. I'm asking him, yo, what did you say? He started laughing, saying, I told her that you were talking bad about her. Dude, it was so unsolicited. It made no sense. I'm looking at him and I'm like, what did you gain from this, bro? What did you gain from saying what? I'm looking at him like, what did you gain from that, bro? Bro, yo, I'm telling y'all, it was no reason for him to say that. He had to be hating. Like that's how I realized, like, yo, this man was, you know how you talk about, you gotta watch your circle? Bro, back in the day, I was such a friendly dude to everybody. Like, I'm still friendly now, but I'm more so, like, I pay attention more now, bro. Back in the day, I was so friendly to everyone, bro, that I wouldn't even know who was a snake in my circle, even if my grass was freaking bare. And to this day, I don't know what, bro, me and him, at least to me, we were friends. We didn't argue. We didn't do nothing foul to each other. So it was nothing that he had, nothing that I did to him that would make what he did make sense. He just randomly decided to do that, and I'm sitting here looking at him like, why you, like, it didn't dawn on me. It didn't dawn on me until later, that he was hating on me the whole time. So, Boom, boom, boom. She wasn't talking to me, right? 2 days passed. Guess what, y'all? And this is still one of the biggest heartbreaks in my life because I hate unfinished business. I'd rather get rejected than always wonder what if, bro. 2 days later, I go to math class and I'm like, why is my desk empty? Dog. Y'all wanna know what's crazy? She moved 2 days later. After she got mad at me because of some crap. To the day, he wouldn't even tell me what he said. And if I ask him, he probably won't even remember. Cause it's like dude, that's like over 10 years ago. Dude. This man said a lie that to this day, I don't even know what he said. She believed it. She was mad at me, didn't talk to me for 2 days, and then she moved. And that's before I had a phone. I didn't have a phone, bruh. Think about it, y'all. That was 2012, right? In 2012, for most students in middle school, if you were blessed to have a phone, you weren't really on social media to the point where you can. It's not like nowadays. Nowadays, I walk up to a girl, yo, you got Instagram? Yeah, and I see her Instagram. Back in the day, you walk up and ask for Instagram. 90% of kids my age didn't have an Instagram. We didn't. I didn't have an Instagram until going into my 9th grade year because I didn't care about an Instagram. I didn't care about Instagram. I didn't care about a MySpace. Yes, I'm young. I'm old enough to know MySpace because my friend asked me to make one when I was younger. I still remember to this day. I asked my parents if I can make a MySpace, bro. I asked them. I said, "Can I make a MySpace?" But to this day, y'all, I don't know why he did it. But long story short, boom, she ended up moving. I ain't gonna lie, that right there, boy, that left a hole in my heart for a very long time. Until obviously middle school ended, but fast forward, boom. Now we're in the 8th grade. Ever since that girl left, all the way to my 8th grade year, it's this one girl I've been trying to mac on every single freaking day. Have y'all ever seen those love movies where it's not harassment because it's not like I intentionally went out my way to find her, but we had like 3 classes together. We had reading class, which was 2 hours. It was a block class. I loved that class because she was in it. We had reading class. We had math class. No, not math. It was language arts. So we see each other for about 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day, we see each other. And I sit right by her, and half the time we were always assigned as partners for language arts. So every day, I would say something like, I'll say, hello, beautiful. And I would say it in front of everybody. And looking back at it, that was game. You 13 years old telling a girl, hey, hello, beautiful, every single day in front of her friends and the whole class, showing her that you are not embarrassed to call her beautiful and tell her how you feel about her. Now I see why she ended up actually having feeling towards me. But I didn't notice it back then. So like I said, y'all, for about 2.5 years, I've been macking every single. I probably asked her out like 10 times in like those 2-3 years. I ain't gonna lie, I asked her out a lot. I did. I can't even cap. But long story short, right? The signs. I'm gonna talk about the signs that I missed, and y'all can call me crazy for this. So when I had her in my language arts class, 8th grade year, I knew I wasn't going to the high school that she was going to. I actually went to a different high school. When I play it back in my mind, I don't know what was wrong with me, bro. But remember, I told y'all I was insecure about my weight. I didn't like the way I didn't start liking the way I looked until 11th grade. Like, I was insecure about my facial features until the 11th grade. I'm pretty confident now about how I look. I feel like I look pretty good. You know what I mean? Let me stop. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was insecure, so I didn't really notice a lot of these things. And like I said, we would be partners for like class, and it would be times where me and her, like, we would finish the work stupid early and have like 20 something minutes. And when I look back at it, that's how you know some of the classwork was just straight up doo-doo. It's only 48 minutes in a class, and it's only 48 minutes in class. We would literally lock in and try to finish work so fast. We would have like 20 something minutes left of free time. But now I sit down and try to do something that fast. I get distracted too easily. Like, that's crazy. But I'm getting off course. So it'll be times where we'll get done early, and when you know how you sleep on the desk, she would intentionally either rest her head on my shoulder or sleep on my arm. And obviously me, I'm nervous as heck, but I'm just sitting there. I'm frozen like a statue, cause I'm like, yo, she want me, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop. But you know, all those signs, right? And I knew for a fact, if I would have went to that high school, I would have got her off rip. Because it's one thing I'm gonna tell y'all: if y'all watching my videos and y'all are in middle school or elementary, I'm telling you right now, that girl will be available in high school. The reason why I'm saying in high school is because a lot of girls, they pay attention to the status quo in elementary and middle school, because it's such a tight niche that everyone knows each other. When you get in high school and the only people you really know are freshmen and maybe some sophomores who came from your old school, 90% of the people you're going to meet and hang out with in high school are going to be people you never knew at all. You never ever knew in your life. And 90% of the time, that's when people start actually acting different. Because just like college and high school, when I graduated high school, bro, I stopped caring about what I wore. Dude, I got three. Do I got three? I don't have three. I have 2 pairs of lugs, bro. Black and white. Because I like the way they look. In high school, would I have ever wore lugs in my life? No. There's nothing wrong with lugs, but back when I went to high school, it's different than it is now as well. Nowadays, you got people wearing TikTok shop to high school. If you wore TikTok shop, if you wore anything that looked like it came out TikTok shop when I went to high school, you getting roasted. Back in the day, it was straight up Jordans, Yeezys. It was straight up the name brand. So just like what I said with the girl, I knew for a fact 9th grade, she wasn't going to be paying attention to her peers. Half her peers weren't going to be going to the same school, or half of them weren't going to be hanging out with her no more, because it's high school. High school, you get introduced to so many people that unless y'all were good friends, you start really separating yourselves from 99% of your associates from middle school. So I knew for a fact, like, yo, if I go to high school, me and her are going to be locked in. But that didn't work. Next thing you know, I'm streaming about 2 years ago. I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm playing Smite. My homeboy that I knew since middle school, he comes into my chat. We start talking, and I start talking about what I'm telling y'all right now. He told me that same exact dude ended up dating the girl that I just told y'all about. The one I said after he ruined my chances with the first girl, how I was trying to spit game with this one girl for the all the way until I graduated. Apparently, he went out with her 9th grade year. You telling me less than 4 months since I disappeared? Remember I told y'all everyone knew I liked that girl. I made it clear. Every time I saw her, I would compliment her. I would spit game. You know Steve Urkel and Laura? That was me, bruh. put it on everything I love. That was me, bro. That was me with her. People knew I liked her. They knew I was getting rejected, but they still knew I liked her. You telling me ninth grade year, the beginning of ninth grade year, he asked her out. They went out all the way. They went out until senior year. They broke up now. But dude, that's the ultimate snaketry. And what's crazy was me and him weren't even like close friends. We were more so associates that we just had a lot of classes together. We had classes together every single grade. That was it. Like, we talked a lot. We had each other on Kick. We had each other on Snapchat. But like, besides that, what in the world? Why did I pose a threat to you, dude? Why are you trying to bag who I'm trying to? Bro, to this day, I don't understand. I'm trying to put it in my mind. Like, what the freak did I do, bro? Like, what made you want to target me, bro? Because if y'all knew me in middle school, if y'all knew me and knew him, we are like we were polar opposites in middle school. It made no sense for him to try to get who I'm trying to get, or for him to even for him to feel like he had to sabotage me. For what? I never understood, bro. To this day, I don't understand. To this day, I never understood that. But you know what's funny, y'all? Guess what happened? So, have y'all ever talked about someone that y'all haven't seen in years? And then all of a sudden, when you talk about them, you happen to run into them in public? I didn't call his name out, but I did. Just like walk behind him with my mom. Like, it wasn't no creepy way. I'm walking into Walmart the very next day. I haven't seen him in 10 years, right? 10 years. I haven't seen him in 10 years. I was 23 when this happened. Wait, no, I was 22. I haven't seen him in 9 years at that point. It's been 9 years at that point since I've seen him. I just talked to my friend about it on Twitch. He told me all the stuff about high school, how he dated the girl I was trying to get with for a long time. Immediately, I get out of the car with my mom. We're walking into Walmart, and I see someone walking in front of me. It was him. Same haircut, same too tight shorts, same mismatched shirt. I'm not trying to roast. A little salty, but I ain't trying to roast. But dude, it was him. And I'm sitting, bro, something really made me want to tap him on the shoulder and say, yo, what's good, bro? I heard you went out with, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all cool though. But bro, that was just, bro, it was so crazy to me, bro. It was so crazy to me how, like, I don't even know what, like, we weren't even tight like that. Like, what's the point? What was the point of? It's like he just grabbed a random person and said, I'm gonna snake his relationships. Like, I'm like, bro, you mess with every girl I tried to get with. Like, you got the first girl mad at me, then she ended up moving while she was mad at me. You got the other girl. What he picked up the other girl as soon as I left. Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't, bro. To this day, I don't know why why he was trying to block me like that. Like, this dude was acting like he was Dennis Rodman on the Pistons, bro. Like I'm like, what am I doing to you, bro? What do I do? In middle school, I didn't pose a threat to nobody, boy. Nobody. Now, I was funny, but I wasn't posing no threat looks wise. I wasn't posing no threat to nobody, bro. I'm looking like, who am I posing a threat to? Who was I posing a threat to in middle school? I wasn't posing a threat to nobody, boy. So I don't know what the heck he had going on, but boy, that was crazy. Now, since it is only 25 minutes past, I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there, y'all. I have more to add to the story that wasn't with him, but it had to included the first girl with some other person. But that's a whole story in itself, because I forgave this dude. But all I can say is the dude I'm thinking of, he always reminded me of Malfoy. I'm Harry and he's Malfoy. He's Draco. That man, boy, every time I saw him, it was just like, it was up. I don't know why. We had tension every time we saw each other. And it was because the first girl, long story short, he liked the first girl. I came to the school out of nowhere. The girl started hanging out with me a lot. Whenever we had giant groups in math class, when I would come in late and he's sitting by her, she would grab an extra seat for me to sit right by her. And then what she would do, she would cut herself off from sitting by him by sitting by me. And he just he didn't like me at all. Like 6th grade year, he hated me. 8th grade year, everything I was just talking one time. He looked at me and said, I just find you annoying. Dog, I'm just looking at him like, bro, what the freak am I doing, bro? Like, when I tell y'all all the people that tried me, bro, growing up, it don't make any sense. So, long story short, me and him, every time we saw each other, we were arguing. Like, we were arguing every single time. I told y'all, Harry Potter and Draco, that was me and him. Every time we saw each other, we were arguing, bro. And I'm sitting, first of all, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's not my fault she liked me. And she clearly didn't like him, because if you sitting by a girl, I come in late, I don't even ask to sit by her. She pulled up a chair and separates you and puts me right by her. Take a hint. And a mint, like, it don't make any sense. But long story short, I'm gonna just give y'all some small detail. If y'all want me to go into a full story time about this dude, let me know. I got a lot of stuff, but pretty much, he was tweaking. And then one day I got really mad, and I was like, you know what? I'm done getting tried. So he said something crazy, and I got up. Boy, have you ever seen someone get so mad that they just... Love, peace, chicken grease, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. It's your boy, Prince Beckett. Let's get it. Through the sky. Through the sky.